My life as I knew it would change. I was a normal young woman of 22, happy and carefree. The only dark spot in my young life was the death of my mother 18 months earlier. I was vivacious, fun loving, a little shy, and I loved life. My father was in Massachusetts visiting his sister, and I was alone in the house. Early on the morning of June 18th, 1976, Joseph DeAngelo, henceforth called the devil incarnate, broke into my home, blindfolded me, tied me up, threatened my life with a knife, and raped me. Life as I knew it irrevocably changed that day. That once happy girl became fearful, suspicious, hypervigilant. My sense of safety was shattered. The ringing of the telephone invoked terror, afraid I would hear his voice again when he called to taunt me, as he did in January of 1978. Noises in the night disturbed what little sleep I could manage. I had an alarm system installed in my home and suffered greatly if I ever had to spend a night alone. Years of living like this have adversely affected my health. In 1976, women were treated more like suspects than victims when it came to rape. My sense of importance in this world diminished with this treatment. When I found out that this devil had been captured, I felt relieved, but his capture brought about a rush of memories of the rape, wondering what he did with the things he stole from me, what would happen next. The roles have now reversed. His victims and their families are now free, and his freedom of 40 plus years is now revoked. He deserves to spend the rest of his miserable life imprisoned, no more freedom for him. I quote my sister, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." The next statement is my own personal impact statement. My sister is my best friend. I have always been her champion, even when we were young. We had wonderful parents, the best. Our mother passed away unexpectedly on Christmas Eve in 1974. Our father was visiting his sister in Massachusetts that June. Imagine having to call your father to tell him that his oldest daughter had been raped. Our aunt told us that our Air Force veteran, former police officer, extremely intelligent father cried for 4 hours. He drove home from Massachusetts in 48 hours. My husband and I were stationed in San Diego, 450 miles away. I had to go back to work. My heart was broken that Phyllis didn't have mom for comfort and support, but Phyllis is strong. She persevered, doing the best she could every day. Having always lived far apart and not seeing each other on a regular basis made me realize that I truly did not have the full picture of what it took for her to make it through each day. I gained more insight when Phyllis and I would vacation together in Maine. That was our happy place. The impact of the heinous acts that she suffered has affected Phyllis her whole life. The PTSD she suffers from it has definitely adversely affected her health. Listening to the description of what was done to all the victims and waiting for him to say guilty or I admit really brought home all the horrific suffering he caused. I sat at Phyllis's home and cried. It is unconceivable that such a creature exists in this world. May he rot in hell.